My wife and I were living in Florida, and we loved Sarasota. It was a beautiful city, great beaches, wonderful winter weather. But reality sets in. Real estate's expensive, taxes are high. One day, a friend of ours said, you should take a look at Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. And I remember thinking, Arkansas? But when we came here, we said, oh my gosh, why didn't we know about this place first? We went back to Sarasota, put our house on the market, and moved here almost immediately. And what we like about it is obviously the low cost of living. You get twice the house for half the money. Our real estate taxes are less than half of what we paid in Florida, and they're frozen for life because I'm over 65. And that's a major draw. But once you're here, then other things become important to you. I love the beauty of the place. We have the trees, the lakes. We have 12 lakes, 9 golf courses. Everything anybody wants to do is right here, and it's the culture that makes it feel so good for me. I'm with people that I really enjoy being with. I probably feel better about myself and my lifestyle than I ever have. The values, the activities here, the things to do, there's just something special about Hot Springs Village.
I'm Harvey Shelton. I've lived in Hot Springs Village a little over 10 years now. I was an Air Force pilot. I flew transport airplanes, saw quite a bit of the world. A lot of nice places to visit, but nothing could touch Arkansas as far as a place to live. The natural beauty, the lakes, the many recreational opportunities, it just all clicked for us. It's so much more than I expected when I made my decision to retire. A realtor suggested we try Hot Springs Village, and it took us just a couple hours to find the ideal location on Lake Balboa. I can sit in my breakfast room and watch the sunset out over the lake. We love to do that. Anytime I want to go out for a boat ride, which my wife and I often do after supper, it's just a flip of the switch and we're in the water. I think just about any game, any sport, any recreational activity you might have an interest in, there's a club for it here in the village. Everything has come together the way we hoped it would for our retirement. We're not rocking chair people. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. That's my bottom line.
When people ask me why I like living in the village, I often say that it's like stepping back in time. We have everything here that you can get in a big city, and yet it's safe, it's quiet, it's friendly. Everything is rural and beautiful here, and yet from where I live, I'm 30 minutes from downtown Little Rock. I'm about 35 minutes to downtown Hot Springs. We have Whole Foods, we have Symphony, we have all the shopping areas. So we have this wonderful, quiet, beautiful place to live. And at the same time, we have all the amenities within a very short distance. The first thing I do in the morning is open the blinds and look out at the woods and feel like you just take a deep breath and you relax. You just relax. I can't imagine living anywhere else.
I'm Catherine Wheeler. I'm an instructional designer, and I live in Hot Springs Village. My husband's a few years older than me, so we've been looking at retirement homes for years, probably a good 10 years. And we've never found the spot. In January, we came down, and the moment we walked into the house that we ended up purchasing, it felt like home. I can go out on my front porch and look at the woods in front of me, and I may see some turkeys, and I may see some deer, and I can drink my cup of tea and just enjoy the peace and quiet. I feel a connection here that pulls me in and wants to get to know people better. It pulls me in and wants to bring me out of my shell and be a part of something. And whether that's through a church or a computer club or pickleball, it gives me peace. I think once more people discover this hidden little gem of Hot Springs Village, they'll want to come. This is home.
The great thing about Hot Springs Village is that I find it to be a really great community to live in. So outdoor activities are very important to me. I came from a big city, and I just wanted something a little bit different. So I love the fact of making connections with your neighbors and having a sense of community. It was really important to me. I live about 1/8 of a mile from one of our mini trail systems here, and I'm an avid runner. I'm a marathon runner, so it's important to me to be able to get out on the trail, and it's a great way to train, but also in my opinion, it's a great way to live. I think the most important thing is that I know that I have a safe place to come home to at night. I have neighbors that care about what happens to me and what happens to my business, and just a sense of calm and a sense of place, and knowing that this really was the right decision to relocate here to Hot Springs Village. And it just gives me a great sense of pride to be able to talk about the community that I live in and be able to share that with others.
It's hard for me to say that there's just a favorite part that I have about the village. There's a lot that I love about the village. I love the pace of life. I love that I can still have a career here, and also that I can raise my family here. I feel like this place adds a lot to our life, because by living here, I know that my kids are gonna have access to a great education. My family and I too, we're big outdoor people. We have a boat on Lake Balboa, so we're always out in the summertime on the lake. I can leave the office, and within 10 minutes, I can be teeing off on one of the best golf courses in the state. In every perspective, it increases my quality of life. And Hot Springs Village is the place for me because it's like living in a vacation area without all of the expense. We're trying to let people know how special of a place this is. If you value your time, if you value a high quality of life and getting a chance to invest in a community, then Hot Springs Village is a great place to do that. We love this place. That's why we live here.
My name is Maddie Back, and I've lived in the village for almost 18 years now. I think some people are actually amazed by how much there is to do here. Between the golf courses, the beaches, there's so much to do here. You can go fishing out on the lake if you want to. You can just go, you can swim. There's a beach volleyball court out there, so sometimes we'll just hang out and we'll do that. The people that you'll meet here are just so friendly, and they're so welcoming all the time. And also just the things that you'll be able to do here and the memories that you'll make here will be something that you will cherish for the rest of your life. I just think that people should know how great this place is, because it's served me very well for 18 years. It's helped me become the person that I am today. And here just makes it a very comforting place to live.